Challenge 1990, with Chris Hodgins taking
round 4 of the TVR
Tuscan Championship at Castle Combe. At Brands Hatch for round 4, it was once again the mixture as before, with Hodgins setting the pace in practice. Next to him was John Kent, and a row behind, number 3 still going well, and right up there Steve Cole, with alongside him Richard Cavan in the red peril. But this was how they lined up overall. Hodgins in a 49.24, and right the way down to Trevor Lewis in 8 with a 50.37. That's how close they are. Away from the start then, as soon as that green light blinks on, they're lined up and ready to go, and away goes Hodgins. Hodgins showing the way, Cameron trying to come through into second place. He does so as they go into Paddock Bend, snatches that place away from John Kent. Coming up there on the outside, Chris Marries in number 9, and down through Paddock, up to Druids the hairpin. We're on board now with Steve Cole looking for an inside line there. Cole in 4th place, and Cole with work to do, but his first 4 very close together. Cole diving down, looking for a way, can't find one at the moment, but not for want of trying. And Hodgins out in the front there, really trying to get away from them. Richard Cavan going very hard, very well in second place, ahead of the man who was in front of him in practice, John Kent. Colin Blower there in number 7, Trevor Lewis in 51, the rest of the field filing through there, 21, Martin Kraus further back than he'd like to be, but this is the battle for the lead, and Hodgins not really getting away significantly. Up comes there, number 7, Colin Blower in 4th place. Murray's hanging on, but the battle for 4th and 5th is quite an interesting one. Definitely the big effort being made by Colin Blower there. On into the sandpit, and out of it again goes one car. That was Ian Mitchell, number 40, spins, collects it back together again and sets off. That was Mike Hyde. But this is the leader, Hodgins once more. And Cavan not losing much ground to him. Blower still trying to close that gap. Right up with Blower and going hard there. Number 26, Simon Wayne. Hodgins under the contra position there, down towards Paddock Bend. And still Blower with flame coming out on the overrun. Camshaft changed on these cars as part and parcel of TVR's preparation to this Rover engine. And doesn't it work? Cavan closing the gap there, right on the limit through Graham Hill. Long the straight into Surtees. Touch on the curb there, seeing the car leap into the air. Good reaction on the part of the driver, anticipation rather than reaction as to what can happen. And here's that battle. Here is Steve Cole with a very, very sideways but nicely under control Blower behind him. And there really is a fight going on there. Here comes Blower looking at the outside, but there's not room to do it. He'll look at the inside perhaps as they come out of the corner, if he's close enough. I don't think he is. No, he's not. That's the distance between the hairpin and Druids, and where that little pair are fighting it out for 4th and 5th. Here they come. Yellow flag out because of Ian Mitchell fetching the tar wall down there as Hodgins on his way. And really, Cavan giving it everything he's got. He's not letting him get away in any shape or form. Cavan looks the smoother of the two at the moment, but I think that might be deceptive. They're right on the limit, both of them. Here's Blower. Still pushing it, doesn't get the tail out this time. Past the pits once more. Still John Kent holding on to 3rd place, but not much he can do about that battle ahead. A lot of experience there in Formula Ford and production cars. Kent very much a force to be reckoned with, but not able to catch this bear. Richard Cavan, a lot of experience there too. Just cast and stationary. See where the tar wall's down there. But Cavan, very much a man to watch. Whoops, we've got another spinner there. That's number 44, Russell Patterson. Glad confusion, gets it in reverse and gets it out of the way. Not an easy place to be that, but at least the drivers can see it's better than on the exit of the corner and getting in trouble. And Cavan not really making any impression. There's Hodgins, who's had a clubman's career, a saloon car career, a single-seater career even, driven sports cars at Le Mans, and is the chief instructor at the Jim Russell Racing Drivers School at Donington Park. Kent, as we've said, with a lot of single-seater experience, a lot of sports car experience. All these people, in fact, top-line drivers in this category of racing, and that's why the racing is so close. But the cars are tough to handle. Number 1, the celebrity car, Harley's. In front there of 21, one-time BBC man Martin Crass. Martin Crass comes back at him, Martin Crass on the inside. Crass came in very quickly there and got away with it. Still Hodges, in charge. Out into clearways, dark curve, past the pits once more. Hodges is the sort of man who doesn't make mistakes. He has loads of experience, and experience is very useful for a driver to settle for the lead. It's often easier to follow than to lead, to be out there in front, knowing the pressure's going on from behind, and to keep your cool, not remain silly. He's not having to drive defensively, however, and keep the gap closed. A little bit of a closure of gap, I think, between second and third, but Hodges still holding his advantage up the front. Through on the inside there, 91. James McAlpine, son of Kenneth McAlpine, who of course is the man behind the Connaught cars in Grand Prix racing in the 50s. And still Cameron, hanging on for all he's worth. He's had to give a bit of ground, but not a great deal. Wheeler, the chairman of TVR, sees the leader go by him on his relentless way. Here comes Cameron to do the same thing, headlights ablaze, warm the car in front. He'll catch him, all being well, going up towards Druids, or Willing. Yes, round the outside, going into Druids. Cameron on the limit. Through went as well John Kent, so Kent is definitely closing the gap. Kent getting a little bit closer to Cameron than Cameron has been able to do anything in front about Chris Hodges. Hodges goes through, there's Cameron, and they're coming inside there, John Kent. On the limit, all these drivers, and tyres, well, I think by now they're getting pretty hot. A lot of power, tremendous power in fact, back end, 400 horsepower. The car's very light, and this is why they're such a man's car to drive. Little slide for Kent on the way into the corner, corrected nicely. Normally you try and keep the car in balance going into the corner, and that was a slight mistake on his part, but he got it back very well. In car with Steve Cole, once so successful that they decided he was too successful and banned him for a bit. But a real strong campaigner who's been around a bit, knows most of the tricks. I think he wrote part of the book. Here's Kent on the limit. Kent really giving it all he's got. Kent trying very, very hard indeed. Cole and the leader. Hodges reeling off the laps, comparatively comfortable into his last lap. So Cameron, I think, is going to have to be satisfied with second. Kent is going to scrabble around there in third place, but my goodness me, he's trying hard. All these drivers desperate to increase their point standing. Hodges, the happy man, he's got the points at bay. That's Nash doing a little twitch there behind him, going very hard, very well. But spinning away all his chances in the last few seconds there. Number 5, Bob Sands, out of the race. Cole is keep going, and Cole is going to get a place. Cole is up a place. That was Kent losing the lot, losing a certain third place. And up comes Cole to triumph as a result of the over-exuberance of John Kent as the flag comes out once again for a win to Chris Hodges. Cameron in second place and a surprised Cole in third. Kent recovers, fourth place for him. Another chance to see how Bob Sands became a Sandman. Here he goes, off and just catching the tire barrier there with the tail of the car, but this is the result. Hodges, Cameron, Steve Cole, John Kent and Colin Blower, the top 5, round 4, TVR Tuscan Challenge, Brands Hatch. Round 5, Snellerton. Steve Cole, the man to challenge Hodges, but Hodges still the quicker of the two in practice. Behind, tucked up, John Kent in his normal place, right up the front, but also going well this time, Bob Sands, who's recovered from that visit to the Sands at Brands Hatch. In the celebrity car, another new driver, in the shape of Mark Hughes. But there are the practice times, and I should tell you that naughty Nick Wenham's on the grid in place of Martin Crass. Crass being otherwise engaged and the practice times still close. To the start, the red's on already. We wait for the greens. On they come, and away goes a beautiful starting Steve Cole, who might have managed to have got the advantage. Yes, he has. Watch Cameron coming up there. Hard and fast looking at the inside, but Cole's got the lead. Hodgetts seen off for the first time and tucked up there in third place. John Kent, Cameron behind in fourth place. So this really does have the makings of quite a battle. And Cole hanging on to his advantage, but look at the way that Hodgetts intends to sort this one out. Now, first lap before anybody settles down. The pressman going well in the celebrity car, and there's Wenham coming up. Wenham going round the outside of a couple of cars there. Richard McAlpine, the meat in the sandwich. That's too tight a line for one man, and the man who's found the line too tight, Graham Nash, off onto the grass. Kept his head, got the clutch out, didn't stall it. Back at the field now, but suitably chastened, I think, by the experience. That's when he won't try again. He just stayed in too tight. Here's the leader. Here is Cole, and Cole means it. Cole with right behind him Hodgetts. And Steve Cole will relish this battle. He'll relish the chance to put one across his old mate, Chris Hodgetts. These two have raced each other over a year or two. And I must say that Cole looks pretty comfortable there, and so does John Kent in third place. If anything, closer to Hodgetts than he was on the previous lap. Richard Cavan has fallen back a little bit. But Cole on the edge, going hard, but Hodgetts there was quick through the S's. Hodgetts was very quick through the S's. Mark Hughes going well in number one. Where is Naughty Nick? It looks as if he was coming up. Well, no, he's back a place now. Not going as well perhaps as he'd hoped to. Bit race rusty. Going well also number 40, Mick Hyde. But here's the leader, and here's Hodgetts. Hodgetts gaining under braking. Hodgetts has got away from John Kent, and is closer, I think, now. That straight won't make a difference, but the braking coming down to the S's does, and here comes Hodgetts. Hodgetts closes in, faster out. Will he be faster out of the right-hander here? Whoops, that's a tight one there as we look at further down the field. Ian Mitchell again with that repaired car. Hodgetts has closed that gap as we suggested he might have done. Hodgetts closing the gap. Hodgetts keeping the pressure on. Cole into this controversial corner at Snitterton, which has caused so many problems for so many drivers. It's very slow, it's very tight. You get it wrong, you're off. It's as simple as that. Here's Hodgetts. Inside. Here he comes. Oh, that was a close one. He nearly outbraked himself there. Chris Hodgetts was right on the ragged edge, looking to outbrake. Has another go at the end of the straight, coming into the corner, trying for the outside. That didn't work. Tries for the inside. There's no room. All watched carefully from behind by John Kent, who's hoping, of course, that the two of them will take each other off. And Cole refuses to be moved. Cole doesn't want to know. That's defensive driving. Keeps the door closed. Up now to this tight right and left, out of the right left, maximum acceleration. And Hodgetts losing out a little bit there on the acceleration, but coming up looking at the outside, Kent on the inside, driving defensively. He's going to make him come all the way around the outside if he wants it. He's in front, but now he's had to tuck in again. So Hodgetts really forced into a position which he didn't really want to know about. Another go at the end of the straight. And this really the feature of the race, a dramatic race between these two cars with, of course, John Kent on the back of it. Any mistake on the part of these three drivers would cause a problem. Bob Sands on the inside there in number 7, Colin Blower. Colin Blower has to give best to Bob Sands. Comes back, has a good close look, hasn't made it yet. And here is Steve Cole once again. Cole, one wheel off the ground. Really giving it everything he's got. What a battle these three are having. This has got this crowd here for this 24-hour race, which is coming up at Snellerton afterwards, on their toes. I'm sure they're glad they came early to watch the TVRs. Here comes Hodgetts. And once again, that inside dive, doomed to failure as the door was closed by Cole. Well, King Cole might be merry off the track, but he's certainly a serious fella here. Steve, you can see that moustache almost bristling underneath as Steve Cole tries to hold off Chris Hodgetts for the lead of this really exciting TVR Challenge race. Hodgetts looked to the inside there. Cole gave him a bit more space than he had on the previous lap. But out they come, smoke pouring off the tyres there as they dig into that tarmac, trying to maximum acceleration. the inside wheel spinning, and a puff or two of smoke there, but I didn't expect to see it, and I think Cole might have a problem. I think it missed very slightly because all of a sudden it was all easy for Hodgetts, who came by through and left Steve Cole wondering where his power had gone, I'm sure. Now Cole has to do exactly the same thing as Hodgetts. Wait perhaps for a slight error, a mischange or something like that, and that's possibly what it was, a missed gear change. Still Mark Hughes going well. Bob Sands, his shadow there, Colin Blower. 26, Simon Wayne. Then number 9, Chris Marries. And old Nick himself having a good go at the teammate of Chris Hodgetts, that's Nick Wenham there, closing in the white car normally driven by Martin Crass. And Hughes there getting a bit ragged. Mark Hughes didn't get his words wrong, he got the car all wrong, it was out of balance, and he's losing more ground. And that's tight, that's tight. Diving at the inside there, Marries. Nick Wenham trying to find a way as well, all at the same time. Bob Sands sliding out wide there. But here's that battle. And the teammate of Chris Hodgetts has got more trouble at the moment than Hodgetts has got out front. Wayne gets a bit sideways. They're all getting a bit sideways now. Those tyres are getting hot. They're getting a bit more difficult. Martin Crass, I'm sure, will be wondering what's happening in this race. He's not driving in it. He must be wondering what's happening to his car. Hughes, puff of smoke there. Sands closing in. Sands definitely closing on Hughes. Hughes, I think, is going to lose that position soon. But here's a man who's still got worries. It's the leader. And big worries still as far as Chris Hodgetts are concerned. Cole is there. And right with Cole is Kent. Hodgetts, Cole and Kent. That's the way that's been raced long. Hughes going wide again. And Bob Sands is going to catch him now. Sands is through. Sands is through. The understeer there caught Hughes out. Colin Blower is not so far behind either. And I think Colin Blower will be up there soon too. Simon Wayne with Colin Blower as well. Here they come. And Simon Wayne looking as if he might join on there, as I suggested, but a bit further away now perhaps than he'd like to be. Well, Hughes has the advantage of following an experienced hand with a TVR ahead of him, so he might not make some of those mistakes that we've seen earlier, as Hodgetts has all the worries in the world, with second and third men right with him still. But Chris Hodgetts would love to put this one in the bag. It would give him a substantial lead in the championship. Colin Blower, number 7. 26, Simon Wayne. Some more good battles going on lower down. There's Marries. Behind Marries going well too is McAlpine, and then Nick Wenham. Marries, McAlpine and Wenham fighting it out. Wenham on the back of that group. He'd love to find a way, I've no doubt, because I don't think Nick has raced this year until now, so he must be a bit rusty. And oh, we've got a spinner, and that's face to face or nose to nose. 19, Richard McAlpine gets butted by Wenham. Wenham gets moving again. McAlpine's sitting in the middle of the road and they're all trying to miss him. That's Ian Mitchell who's just gone through. And McAlpine had just got that engine started as we watch now the battle for the lead. Cole would like his place back. Please move over. But all entreaties are in vain. Make your own arrangements is a suggestion that Chris has got. Has a quick glance there to see where he was. In fact, he chipped the wrong side, but he knows that he was in tight, so therefore he keeps tight in there. And it's all going to be on this last corner. Hodgetts can't afford to make a mistake. Coming out tight there. Steve Cole tried so hard to get on the inside, but Hodgetts has got the flag. Hodgetts takes the win here at Snellerton. Cole in second place. It was a narrow victory this time, and Kent too, right on the pace. That was a jolly good race. Cameron over the line to finish as well, as in they come with the result. Hodgetts, Cole, Kent, Cameron and Sands. That's the top 5, Snellerton and the TVR Tuscans.
It was a tremendous dice with Steve. To start with, I had a small problem with the tyres when I nearly dropped it off at Coram on the first lap, so I was a little bit cautious because we used second-hand tyres because we were a little bit concerned about the abrasiveness of Snetterton. And really, I had to bide my time to get past Steve. But he was driving the best race that I've ever seen him drive. And also he got John Kent at a little distance behind him, so he was under pressure as well. So it was the best race that Steve had driven ever. And once I had got past him, I then had to really remain in front of him and just not make any mistakes. So that was what I really did. But he did have a major charge on the last lap, which I was expecting, fortunately.
So after 5 rounds, Hodgetts then with 53 points from Cole's 47 is the leader. Cabin next up, then Kent and Mari's together, and Simon Wayne in 6th place. Still a wide-open championship as we come to Donington Park. Round 6 here sees Tim Harvey, one-time single-seater driver who turned his attention to saloons, but is now coming back to open cars and also sports cars with drives at Le Mans and in the World Sports Prototype Championship. And he's taken to TVRs like a duck to water.
Chris has obviously been dominating the series so far. It's nice to give him a run for his money. Hopefully we'll have a good race.
Up to the line then, and Hodgetts knows he's got a battle on his hand from a driver who is noted as a coming man in British racing. But don't forget Steve Cole's challenge from the previous round, or for that matter, what Richard Cabin can do. After practice, this is the way they lined up in the TVR Tuscan Challenge, with Harvey ahead of Hodgetts, then Cole, Cabin, Simon Wayne and John Kent relegated to 6th place. But don't forget this is the first time that we've seen Hodgetts in trouble in practice. So we wait for the red light here at Donington. There's the green, and away they go, and it's pretty well a level start, and that's Cabin. Cabin goes off having clouted Cole. A lot of damage there to Cabin's car. Cole also in the middle of the track. We could have a red flag situation, but it looks as if it's okay. I think they're going to get those cars out of the way as Hodgetts in the lead, and we're following on board now with Harvey. Harvey really is the man to watch here. Down a gear, that's 3rd, 4th, under the bridge. And let's go to a replay in that start and you'll see what happened. Cabin there looking for the gap that wasn't there, and at the same time, so was Steve Cole